பயாலஜி இன் தமிழ் கோர்வை சேனல் சார்பாக அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். என் பெயர் கண்ணதாசன். In this video, I am going to teach you about the various methods of reproduction in organisms. Reproduction in organism is the first lesson in zoology, students, and this video is the part 1 of this lesson. Here you can see the pictures drawn in the computer and also pictures collected from various books and the flowchart drawn. All this prepared by me to make you to understand the various critical concepts. I request you to stay with the video till the end because this video is going to accompany one question paper. You can write the answers and get the full mark. It is partly MCQ question and partly descriptive. The MCQ question can be attended by NEET student as well as board students. Immediately you will be getting the score. So I request you to stay with the video till the end to get full mark in the particular question paper. I hope you will like this video, student. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video to your friends. As you share more, you will be getting more feedback from your friends that will enrich your knowledge. And also you can place your opinion in the comment. I request you to subscribe Biology in Tamil Korvai channel and also press the bell icon to receive the notification in order to get the notification as and when we are publishing the video. Now let us enter into this video. And this is the complete outline of various methods of reproduction that we are going to study. Here you can see the reproduction, the two broad categories of reproduction. One is asexual reproduction and another one is sexual reproduction. Under asexual reproduction, there are 6 methods mentioned in our books. One is fission, second one is budding, third one is sporulation, fourth one is regeneration, fifth one is fragmentation, and sixth one is gemule formation. In this video we are going to concentrate only on fission. And here you can see the types of fission: binary fission, strobilation, multiple fission, sporulation. Under binary fission itself, there are 4 methods again: simple irregular binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, transverse binary fission, and oblique binary fission. So this flowchart will be very useful for you to remember the various types of reproduction when you are writing the examination. Life cycle involving, and here you can see 3M, it refers 3 mark. In all concepts I mentioned the mark so that you can prepare that particular slide. This slide is meant for 3 mark. Under the title life cycle involving, what are the various events of an organism's life cycle? If the question asked, so that is the way in which you can utilize this slide itself. Birth, growth, development, maturation, reproduction, and death. So there are 6 events mentioned. So just imagine half mark for each event. Whenever you study, you should be able to create such type of question in your mind. Accordingly, you have to plan your answer. Not only understanding the knowledge and acquiring the information from the subject, it is also preparing ourselves for the examination. So you have to be very clear about the possible question in the particular area. So to prompt you, I am just placing the mark within the bracket for the particular slide. So there are 6 events, students. Please understand and also take note in your notebook. Reproduction definition 2 mark. Okay, what is reproduction? If the question is asked, reproduction is the fundamental feature of all living organisms. It is a biological process by which, this is the core point, student, by which organism produce their young ones. So this process only called as reproduction. So there are 6 processes here we studied in which the reproduction is the most important event in organisms life. All the organisms in the biosphere, that is taking birth for reproduction, because on one side they appear in the biosphere, other side they disappear. So what is the benefit out of their existence? Means the reproduction only. So the reproduction here refers the organism produce their young ones. The young ones grow and mature to repeat the process. The reproduction result in continuation of species. This also you can add point in your answer, and introduces variations in organisms which are essential for adaptation and evolution. So reproduction ultimately causes evolution. That is the point to be noted here. Some basic features all modes of reproduction. Some basic features of all modes of reproduction. So this can be asked in 3 mark. And here you can see there are 7 events mentioned here. Starting with replication of DNA, followed by second one is synthesis of RNA, third one is synthesis of protein. All these 3 events are molecular events. And then it is followed by cell division, growth, formation of reproductive units, fertilization to form new individuals. So these are the events or basic features of all modes of reproduction. There are two major modes of reproduction which we have already studied. One is asexual and another one is sexual. Just remember this symbol. It gives the appearance of Tamil letter Ak. Okay, what you can understand from this is, see, this is the mother cell. It produces 2 daughter cells. Then it is asexual reproduction. And here you can see this is the male gamete, this is the female gamete, and this is the young one. So this is the reverse letter of the Ak. So what you can understand, this is the sexual reproduction. So this is the asexual and this is the sexual reproduction. Likewise, you are able to create such type of symbol here and there to understand the concepts. Easy understanding of asexual and sexual reproduction from Tamil letter ஆயுத எழுத்து Ak. You see the same thing. So genetically identical daughter cell 1 and genetically identical daughter cell 2 are produced by the mother. Okay, and this is the reverse ஆயுத எழுத்து, and here this is the sexual reproduction, male gamete, female gamete produce the young one. This is the new organism. So this slide, I hope it will be very useful for you. Asexual reproduction, reproduction by a single parent. Reproduction by a single parent without the involvement of gamete formation is asexual reproduction, and the offspring produced are genetically identical. So you know very well, genetically identical young ones are called as clones. And here asexual reproduction, the same thing, mother, genetically identical cell 1 and genetically identical cell 2. So single parent, genetically identical. Remember, for asexual reproduction. This is also called the somatogenic or blastogenic reproduction. So what is the other name of asexual reproduction? They may ask. Asexual reproduction is usually by amitotic. Amitotic, you see, amitotic or mitotic. If the nucleus divide as it is without following any steps like prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, then it is called as amitotic. If it is following the steps like prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase, then it is called as mitotic division of the somatic cell, because it occurs in the somatic cells or body cells, and it is also known as somatogenic reproduction or blastogenic. Even the blastula follows the same type of method of producing a new cells. So all the cells which are present in our body is coming from blastula only. So that may be one of the reason why here they are giving the name blastogenic reproduction. So asexual reproduction, again the picture is given. Sexual reproduction, when two parents participate in the reproductive process involving two types of gametes. It is called a sexual reproduction. So here two parents are involved. So there asexual, single parent. Here two parents. So naturally there it is genetically identical. Here this new organism will not be resembling their mother or father. So it will be having a new variation. So the creation of variation is the benefit of sexual reproduction. So it leads to the adaptation to the new environment and also the evolution. So that is what you have to understand from sexual reproduction. Next one is asexual reproduction. Next one is asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction can be asked in 2 mark question. What is asexual reproduction? And give examples. And here you can see the example protista. What is protista? Then and there you should know the answer for the particular question, particular word. Otherwise, there is no meaning in studying. Protista, okay, it is protista. Let us prepare and let us understand it afterwards. Likewise, if you are just skipping the word, naturally you will be having a very difficult time when you are writing the examination. Okay, so that is the reason why I here placed the definition for protista, it is eukaryotic unicellular organism. Eukaryotic unicellular organism. This is under the 5 kingdom classification, student. And the second one example is bacteria. It is coming under the kingdom Monera under 5 kingdom system. Archaea. This is also coming under Monera and also multicellular organism. So even multicellular organisms show the asexual reproduction that you should understand. Now here the same examples. Here I have shown the 5 kingdom system. You see the Monera under which bacteria and archaea coming, and protista which is the eukaryotic unicellular organism. Whereas in the 6 kingdom system you see actually all the 5 kingdoms present in the 6 kingdom system also, but Monera also divided into bacteria and archaea. So that is what given here. Okay, so all this why I am showing this means this is the method. This is actually from 11th standard. Now you are in 12th standard. This is actually from 11th standard 5 kingdom system. So you have to recollect and connect the concepts between the 11th and 12th. Not only 11th and 12th. The similar concept should be connected at various places. So there are two types of learning, student. One is horizontal learning and another one is vertical learning. So if you study continuously, that is one method of reproduction. Suddenly you have to collect the various similar concepts which are present at various places in your book, then it is called as second type of learning. Okay, so you have to follow these methods in order to keep the concepts, remember the concepts for a very long time in your mind. The different modes of asexual reproduction. Different modes of asexual reproduction. So uniparental already we learned without any genetic variation. That also we learned. Now we are going to study about the types. You see the fission, sporulation, budding, gemule formation, fragmentation, regeneration. So this can be asked in 3 mark question. This can be asked in the 3 mark question because there are 6. 6 into 0.5, then you will be getting 3 mark. That is the way in which approximately you can calculate the that is mark of the particular question. Fission, it can be asked in 2 mark. What is fission? What are its various types? Fission is the division of the parent body into two or more identical daughter individuals. Two or more, sometimes it is more also, because we are going to learn the multiple fission here. So more identical daughter individuals. There are 4 types of fission mentioned: binary fission, multiple fission, sporulation and strobilation. Binary fission. In binary fission, the parent organism divides into two halves. This is the parent organism, you just assume. It divides. First nuclear division followed by cytoplasmic division. So two equal similar daughter individuals are produced. So two halves and each half forms a daughter individual. Binary fission continues. 2 mark question. The nucleus divides first amitotically or mitotically. Amitotically or mitotically. Amitotical, the nucleus divides into two without any steps. Whereas mitosis occurs with 4 steps, you know very well: prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. So first it is karyokinesis. It means nuclear division, followed by the division of cytoplasm. So first nuclear division followed by the cytoplasmic division, that is called as cytokinesis. That is called as cytokinesis. The resultant offspring are genetically identical to the parent depending on the plane of fission. Plane of fission. Binary fission is of the following types. Again 2 mark. What are the various types of binary fission based on its planes? Likewise, the question can be asked. Simple irregular binary fission, transverse binary fission, longitudinal binary fission, and oblique binary fission. So these are the 4 types of binary fission. And here where we are now exactly, asexual reproduction types we learned, fission we learned, binary fission, 4 types we are going to learn. So now and then you have to refer where you are exactly, because lot of methods are given one after the other. So you should know where you are, because you are going to see at sporulation itself mentioned at 2 places. Sporulation itself mentioned at 2 places. So you see under fission also one sporulation, under asexual reproduction fission, budding, sporulation. Okay, so that is the reason why I want you to be that is just revising what you have learned already for every say 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Simple irregular binary fission. Simple irregular binary fission. This can be asked in 3 mark question. So simple binary fission is seen in, simple irregular binary fission is seen in amoeba like irregular shaped organism, where the plane of division is hard to observe because it is already irregular shaped organism. So you cannot say what is its exact plane. That is, you cannot define longitudinal axis, you cannot define transverse axis also. Once you are not able to define the plane, that is the axis, then that is it is naturally coming under irregular binary fission. And here one small very important point they have given, the contractile vacuole. You see they are discussing about binary fission, but they say something about contractile vacuoles. So likewise this area is very important area for multiple choice question, 1 mark question, students. So the contractile vacuoles cease to function and disappear. When they are discussing about cell division, binary fission, they are talking about one small point about contractile vacuole. So at the time of cell division in amoeba, contractile vacuole, what is the use of contractile vacuole? Contractile vacuole used for osmoregulation and also for excretion and also for water regulation, salt regulation, etc. Okay, so it disappear at the time of cell division. That is what they are mentioning. Simple irregular binary fission, the nucleoli disintegrates. So this is one of the relevant point I feel. Nucleoli disintegrate and the nucleus divide mitotically. So this is the mitotic division. You see spindle fibers, these are the chromosome moving towards the poles and these are the spindle fibers. So it is dividing mitotically. So here one question can be asked, 1 mark. What is the method? Mitosis, amitosis, meiosis. Likewise, the question can be created. The cell then constrict in the middle. The cell then constrict in the middle. So the cytoplasm divides and forms 2 daughter cells. Okay. So contractile vacuole appear again. You see, contractile vacuole appear again in both the cells. So this is the total diagram of irregular simple binary fission in amoeba. Point to be noted, contractile vacuole reappears here, right? Next. Here based on the plane of division we already learned. There are 3 plane of division here they are giving. One is transverse. This is the transverse plane. So if the cell divides in the transverse plane, then it is called as transverse cell division. If the cell divides in the longitudinal plane, this is the longitudinal plane, then it is called as longitudinal cell division. And the cell divides in the oblique plane, then it is called as oblique cell division. Okay, so these are the 3 planes. Now let us easily understand all the type of all these 3 types of division. First one is transverse binary fission. This can be asked individually in 3 mark question. In transverse binary fission, the plane of the division runs along the transverse. This is the transverse. This is the longitudinal axis. Example, planaria for transverse binary fission. Paramecium, planaria. This is the planaria, and this is the longitudinal axis. This is the transverse axis. So transversely, it constrict at the middle of the body. So it become 2 organism. Then it is called as transverse binary fission. This is planaria, and one more example we are going to study. It is paramecium, and here the enlarged diagram given. You can pause it and see. In paramecium, the macronucleus, this is one of the very important points, student, because macronucleus divide a mitosis method and micronucleus divide by mitosis in paramecium. So there are two nuclei are there. One is micronuclei, smaller one, another one is a larger macronucleus. Now you see it is dividing by mitotic division. You see the spindle fibers, and this is a mitosis. Just nucleus divides into two. And here you can see the contractile vacuole as against amoeba. Here the contractile vacuole stay with one side, one that is paramecium, daughter paramecium, and one more contractile vacuole. You see the new contractile vacuole appears. So there it disappears, but here it is not disappearing. Okay, and here you can see the two daughter paramecium produced transverse plane of division. That is a point to be noted. And here longitudinal binary fission. So longitudinal axis. Example euglena. Okay, so this is the euglena, this is the long axis, this is the transverse axis. So it is going to divide in its long axis. In longitudinal binary fission, the nucleus and cytoplasm divides in the longitudinal axis of the organism, both nucleus as well as cytoplasm. In flagellates, so it consists of flagella. You see flagella, long whip-like structure. The flagellum is retained usually by one daughter cell, students. Point to be noted. So this can be asked in the NEET examination. Of the two, flagella will not divide into two, but the flagella will go with one cell. Then this is the basal granule. You see, the basal granule divide into two. The basal granule divide into two. So the granule which is not having the flagella can produce one new flagella. So that is what mentioned here. Example, vorticella. So this is the vorticella. In vorticella also there are two nuclei, student. One is micronucleus and another one is macronucleus. It belongs to the phylum Coleophora, right? And here you can see the basal granule 1, basal granule 2. So the one flagellum stay with the one young euglena, and another flagellum produced by the new basal granule. So this is the longitudinal axis, the longitudinal plane of cell division. Oblique, example Serratium. In Serratium, you see this is the plane of division. It is oblique in nature. So neither longitudinal nor transverse, but it is oblique. So it is found in dinoflagellate, example Serratium. So it can be asked in 2 mark question. And multiple fission. Now we are going to study about the multiple fission. In multiple fission, so as the name implies, multiple, many individuals are going to be produced. So you may ask one question here, sir, one cell divides into two cell divides into four cell divides into 8. Then it is also called as that is multiple fission only. No, here you can see the entirely different methods of reproduction. The parent body divides into many similar daughter cells simultaneously, not generation after generation, simultaneously. First, nucleus divides repeatedly. Example in vorticella, this is the vorticella diagram. So you have to consider this as a vorticella, where the nuclear division first take place, right? It is followed by repeatedly without the division of cytoplasm. Later, the cytoplasm divides into as many parts as that of nuclei. Okay, you see now cytoplasm divides. Once the nuclear division is completed, no more nuclear division going to take place. Then cytoplasm start dividing around each nucleus, and once the cytoplasm is divided, a plasma membrane is formed. So the new cells are produced simultaneously. You see, this result in the formation of many smaller individuals from a single parent organism. Example, vorticella. In multiple fission produces four or many daughter individuals by equal cell division, and the young ones do not separate. So this is the point to be noted. Already you created that is I told you, no one doubt. So 2 become 4, 4 become 8. Then that is also called as multiple fission. No, they do not separate until the process is completed. So until the nuclear division is completed, then only all the cells are separating from each other. That is the reason why we are using the word multiple fission. Then this division is called as repeated fission also. So what is repeated fission? That question can be asked. Example, Odisella. Now we are going to study about Plasmodium, students. Plasmodium multiple fission. In Plasmodium, this is a malarial parasite. I need not tell you because you know very well. Multiple fission occurs in the season stage, and also oocyte stage. And you know very well the malarial parasite lives in two hosts. One is the human being and another one is the mosquito. So season in human being, oocyte in mosquito. When multiple fission occurs in the season, the process is called as seizogony. The process is called as seizogony. So what is seizogony? They can ask. The multiple fission which occurs in season stage of the plasmodium is called as seizogony. And the daughter individuals are called as merozoites. What are merozoites? The daughter individual produced by the season. At the end of the what cycle? Endoerythrocytic cycle, which occurs in the human RBC. You can see. So this is the mosquito. It bites. So the cells are introduced. Actually, the sporozoites are introduced. You see sporozoites present in the saliva. Salivary gland of the mosquito is injected into the human being, and here it completed actually exoerythrocytic cycle. It means it is in the liver cell. You see liver cell. Then it follows one more cycle that is called as endoerythrocytic cycle. In the endoerythrocytic cycle only, this is the season. You see early season. So that undergo multiple fission and finally it produce all the merozoites simultaneously. So the merozoites, you see merozoites simultaneously. These merozoites only modified themselves as gametocyte that is entering into the mosquito. After it is entering into the mosquito, it go through the digestive system of the mosquito where oocyst is formed. Oocyst is formed. Okay. From ookinete, oocyst is formed. Oocyst undergo again what? Multiple division. So multiple division it produce the sporozoites. The sporozoite coming to the salivary gland. So almost we have completed the life cycle here. Okay, so with this diagram you are able to easily understand the malarial that is parasite life cycle, right? Next, in plasmodium when multiple fission occurs in the oocyst, here oocyst given, right? So from this oocyst the sporogony occurs. Sporogony, here it is called as isogony. Okay, with respect to what is it, season, and here it is referred as sporogony. So because it is going to finally produce the sporozoites. So this is the picture given in our diagram for multiple fission in plasmodium. Encystment during unfavorable condition. So we are going to study a new concept with respect to amoeba. When the amoeba is subjected to unfavorable condition. So what are the unfavorable conditions? They are giving the example here. Increase or decrease of temperature, maybe sub-zero temperature or scarcity of food. So these are the conditions which are considered as unfavorable condition. During this unfavorable condition, amoeba withdraws its pseudopodia. It withdraws its pseudopodia. What is pseudopodia? False leg. And secretes a three-layered, three-layered protective chitinous cyst. What says? Chitinous cyst all around it and become inactive. Totally it become inactive. This phenomenon is called as encystment. This phenomenon is called as encystment. Even in its encystment stage, maybe in its inactive stage, it may not be keeping quiet. Okay, so here as we are may not be studying or concentrating on studies during the corona lockdown period. Okay, not like that. Amoeba, once it is in the encysted condition, it start multiplying. You see, into many nuclei. Many nuclei, daughter nuclei are produced. But cell division is not taking place. So it is during doing some small metabolic activity, not keeping quiet. So that is what we have to understand even in the dormant stage. Pseudopodiospores. Pseudopodiospores are produced at the end or amoebulae. Pseudopodiospores are otherwise called as amoebulae. When condition become favorable, so when the condition become favorable, the encysted amoeba divides by multiple fission, right? Multiple fission take place. You see, and the wall absorb the water. As wall absorb the water, here inside the all the nuclei are surrounded by cytoplasm, and also plasma membrane is formed. So the young ones are called as pseudopodiospores, otherwise called as amoebulae. And here you can see, so the that is disintegration of the outer cyst wall, rupture of the cyst wall take place, right, due to the absorption of water. Young amoeba are produced. So this is also one method of multiple fission. So in totally it can be asked in one 5 mark question along with the diagram, student. The cyst wall absorbs water and breaks off, liberating the young pseudospores. Each with a fine pseudopodia. They feed and grow rapidly to lead an independent life. Okay, so this is about multiple fission in amoeba during the unfavorable condition, and here strobilation. So this can be asked in on 3 mark question, student. What is strobilation? Give example. In some metazoans, what are metazoans? So for every technical term, you have to create a question in biology and understand it, then proceed to the next. Here, metazoan means multicellular eukaryotic animals. What is it? Multicellular eukaryotic animals. Okay, so a special type of transverse fission take place in this multicellular organism called as strobilation, and this is the aurelia. And you can see the transverse lines. You can see the ring-like lines in a transverse, that is a transverse line. If this is the longitudinal axis, naturally this is going to be the transverse plane. Okay, so what happens in the process of strobilation? Several transverse fission occurs simultaneously, giving rise to a number of individuals, okay, which often do not separate immediately. You see, all of them are staying together unitedly. They are staying together, they are not separating. So that is what they are telling, right, from each other. Example, aurelia. Okay, so at some time it start, once maturity take place, it starts separating. Okay, so this is the separated aurelia, and this is the early phyra stage on its oral view, where you can see the mouth, you see. Okay, mouth side is called as oral view, usually oral cavity. Even in our mouth it is called as, sometime in some reference book it is called as oral cavity. Okay, so oral side is called as oral. That is the mouth side is called as oral side. Early embryo. This is the side view, lateral view, and here you can see the mouth. So the lower surface, and this is the upper surface. Okay, next term. Plasmotomy. What is plasmotomy? 3 mark question. Plasmotomy is the division of, you see the point to be noted here is multinucleated parent. The parent itself in a multinucleated condition, student. It is not producing the new nuclei. Okay, parent itself multinucleated condition. Again, what is going to happen? It is going to produce many more nuclei, right, into many multinucleate daughter individuals with the division of nuclei. You see, this is the parent with some 6. I drew the diagram for you to understand. Okay, so the nuclear division occurs later to maintain normal number of nuclei. Okay, so now it is producing, the parent producing the new nuclei, and they are surrounded by the plasma, that is cytoplasm, and also by plasma membrane. And this, if this is the new individual, again it is going to produce uh, the same number of nuclei as it is present in the parent. In parent it is 6, and here also it is 6. Okay, maybe one is behind me, other 5 are present. Okay, so this is what here you have to understand. Nuclear division occurs later to maintain normal number of nuclei. Plasmotomy occurs in Opalina and Pilomixa. It is also called as giant amoeba. Sporulation, right? During unfavorable condition, again unfavorable condition, amoeba is facing where it is not following the encystment, student, but it following the multiplication by sporulation without encystment. Nucleus breaks into several. You see, the nucleus breaks into several fragments or chromatin blocks. Chromatin block, all the genetic material genes will be present in each block to produce the new amoeba. Okay, so all this coming out, and this is the nuclear membrane disintegrating. The old nuclei disappears, and all the young nuclei are present here. Each fragment develops a nuclear membrane, becomes surrounded by cytoplasm, and here this is the point to be noted. Here the daughter amoeba surrounded by spore case. It means the protective layer around the plasma membrane. That is what you have to understand. Each fragment develops a nuclear membrane, becomes surrounded by cytoplasm, and develops a spore case around it. When condition become favorable, the parent body disintegrate. Until then, it is stay in the parent body, and once the condition is favorable, the parent body disintegrate. The spores are liberated. Liberated means released. Each hatching, you see, it is hatching here, and coming the young amoeba coming out. So it is coming out of the spore case, right? And here I compared both during that is unfavorable condition, multiple fission as well as sporulation. But here cyst is formed, here no cyst is formed, but daughter nuclei forming the cyst. So that is what you have to compare and contrast. So the question can be asked in this way also. So here I gave that is we so far learnt type by type. Now I asked one question: what are the various methods of reproduction? Then I searched for the answer. I am able to get some four methods here. Simple binary fission, amoeba diagram is given. Encysment, pseudopodiospores, unfavorable condition diagram is given. Sporulation also unfavorable diagram given. Plasmotomy, giant amoeba. So this all can be asked in one 5-mark question. Probably this is called as vertical learning according to my view. And zoology lesson 1, one more question can be asked in this way. Multiple fission under this that is I created all the subtitles what you are supposed to cover, and here you can see the plasmotomy giant amoeba, as it is not given as separate subtitle plasmotomy. Okay, so it should also be considered as multiple fission only. So under multiple fission, repeated division, introduction paragraph along with repeated division, Vorticella, Plasmodium, encysment in amoeba, and also plasmotomy also should be considered as the multiple fission only. Okay, so and also you can ask your teacher also for their suggestion. So this is my one of the request to the students. Always ask your teachers, and you please take note of their opinion also. That is also very important. So this is what we covered. So fission we covered almost all up to sporulation we covered. So in the next video we will be studying about budding. Thank you very much student for listening. You please wait for the question paper. All the best for your marks. Thank you.